Congratulations on your purchase of the versatile, easy-to-use Multimatic 235 multi-process welder. And thanks for choosing Miller. Before you begin setup, please take a few minutes to review important safety information and tips for the Multimatic 235. And remember to wear appropriate safety gear during setup and welding. For increased mobility, the Multimatic 235 can be mounted on a running gear. To do this, simply set the feet of the welder in the pockets on top of the running gear. Rotate the 4 latches into the vertical position and tighten to secure the running gear to the machine. To remove the machine, reverse the process. Loosen the latches and rotate them to disengage the machine. The new Easy Latch running gear is designed with our bottle forward technology to keep the gas cylinder secure and stable when the machine is on or off the running gear. Now let's become familiar with your new Multimatic 235. You'll learn to properly set up the Multimatic 235 for MIG, stick, and DC TIG processes for a variety of metal applications. For your convenience, you will also find a parameter chart inside the door, a handy reference that's available for a variety of projects. Let's begin with a quick overview of the Multimatic 235 features. Your Multimatic 235 comes ready to connect to common 240-volt single-phase power with an operating range from 204 to 276 volts. Consult the owner's manual for proper power hookup procedures. Power up your machine by turning on the power switch located on the front panel of the machine. Now let's look at the interface, starting with the Auto Set Elite feature. The Auto Set feature makes setup quick and easy. No matter what process and material you choose, you can use Auto Setup to set your Multimatic to the proper welding parameters. Auto Set Elite also allows you to fine-tune your parameters to the precise settings you prefer. Let's demonstrate how to set up the machine. Begin by selecting your process with the arrows on the left side of the interface. Choose Flux Cord, MIG Stainless, MIG Steel for C10, C25, or C100, MIG Aluminum, DC TIG Lift Arc Remote, DC TIG Lift Arc, or Stick. For this example, we will use MIG C25. Next, turn the Auto Set Elite feature on or off. When the Auto Set mode is on, the button will illuminate. Depending on the process you select, input your wire, rod, or tungsten diameter. Then input the material thickness. It's just that easy. Auto Set adjusts your machine to a weldable parameter. Auto Set Elite allows you to fine-tune your parameters to the precise settings you prefer. Should you choose to fine-tune parameters, simply tweak the controls for voltage and wire feed for MIG or amperage for stick or DC TIG. The factory default settings are represented when the bullseye is displayed. By turning Auto Set off, you can operate your machine in manual mode. Use the left knob to control the voltage in MIG mode and the right knob to adjust wire feed speed in MIG and amperage in stick or DC TIG mode. Refer to the parameter chart located inside the door for suggested starting parameters. There are also features within the TIG and stick manual modes. As you can see on the screen, the manual mode for DC TIG offers pulsing, and stick allows you to adjust your dig. There is also a Pro Set feature within the TIG and stick manual modes to give you a starting point. Post flow can also be adjusted for TIG. For help with setting this and more information on the manual mode features, check out the Service Menu Setup video. To help you set up gas and polarity for the machine's multiple options, your Multimatic 235 features an intuitive color LCD screen. The screen will prompt you to use the proper gas type and polarity settings for your process. The LCD screen flags common issues, along with providing prompts for loose or improperly installed cables. Best yet, it's easy. The Multimatic 235 offers understandable word and symbol prompts, not numerical codes you need a manual to interpret. The Gun on Demand feature allows you to leave the MIG and spool gun connected at the same time. To switch between MIG gun and spool gun, simply pull the trigger on the MIG or the spool gun, and the machine automatically recalls the last settings used in the active process. It's that easy. Gun on Demand is only active with the Spoolmate 200 or Spoolmatic 15 or 30A spool guns. Finally, let's review gas setup requirements. Your Multimatic 235 is designed for external gas cylinders. For this demonstration, we are securing the bottle to the running gear, but it could also be securely fastened to a wall or stationary support. When securing the bottle to the running gear, set the bottle in the cylinder rack and secure the bottle to the running gear with the safety chain. To attach the gas to your machine, remove the cap and stand to the side of the valve. Open the valve slightly to allow the gas to blow away any dust or dirt from the valve. Install the regulator so that the face is vertical. Then connect the hose to the regulator and tighten with a wrench. Connect the MIG gas to the MIG solenoid and the 100% argon gas hose to the TIG solenoid on the back of the machine. When adjusting the flow, remember that a typical flow rate is 20 to 30 CFH. Now that you've got the basics, let's take a look at the individual setups required for your specific MIG, stick, and TIG welding applications.